Yes, it is go time. Hope you're all having a magnificent Saturday morning. I know I have. Few coaching hours under the belt. I did a couple of classes, trained, bit of PT, all the gubbins, all the amazingness that goes with being a CrossFit affiliate coach, an official CrossFit trainer and an affiliate, a CrossFit affiliate. Living the dream. I was talking to someone at the gym yesterday about all this, back during the Open. Good morning, Nige. Big Nige in the house. Hope you're doing well, sir. We forget we don't forget. We're reminded every day, but you know how you kind of like forget about Christmas in like June, and then Christmas is rolling around. You're like, awesome. We get to have Christmas. Like CrossFit, for me, CrossFit, like the Open is, good morning, Henrik. Hope you're well, sir. The Open is our Christmas, really. I know people think about the games as Christmas, but for me, what would the games be in that instance? Not Easter. Maybe it is Easter. You think about the Easter story, the rebirth. The ascension. Yeah, maybe that is the games. And then Christmas is the birth, the start, the beginning, the of the story. I like that. Okay, here we go. A birthday treat. Yeah, birthday, but a shared birthday. A national holiday. We should petition to try and get an international CrossFit day. Like we should try and make like Murph or the last Monday of the Open as like an international day. Wouldn't that be cool? On one of those, you Google International Day of whatever. International Women's Day is tomorrow. So don't forget that. And then next Sunday, Mother's Day here in the UK, Mothering Sunday. So for mums, you've got 2 weekends on the bounce all for you. That's cool, isn't it? But yeah, so week 2 of the Open is upon us. I did my attempt yesterday and I took my own advice, took the risk, took it easy. Not easy, wasn't easy by any stretch of the imagination, but took it steady, let's say. Took it steady, get into the rings, like many people at our gym. Took it steady, get into the Chester bar and the scaled option, and then seeing what you can get done. So no matter what option you had in the adaptive division, I know Abby has got pull-ups and Chester bar in hers, which for her with her disability in her division is going to be a very tall order. But I'm going to chat to Abby about that today, tomorrow. Hopefully I've sent everyone a link, so hopefully we can have someone pop on to chat about that. But challenge accepted, isn't it? I guess so. That there's nothing quite like that Thursday afternoon. I was talking to Dan at the gym about this. He's obviously the owner here on the island of the affiliate, and there's a funny feeling on a Thursday afternoon, sort of, but after the midday sessions have finished and then before the announcement, which is an hour earlier this week. Don't forget, because America has their daylight savings tonight, I think. So as of tomorrow, we're an hour earlier our side them. So it's 7 p.m. GMT Thursday night this week. So the shows will be an hour earlier. But yeah, it's a funny old afternoon that Thursday. You're sort of in limbo. And from a programming perspective, we sort of hold fire for the week until that Thursday night for 3 weeks. But that's fun. It's part of it. It's what a time to be a CrossFit trainer, and especially in the UK. Mr. Wad Active Nigel writes, have you ever tried a seated snatch on a plyo box to try and understand the seated athlete's movement? I have, Nigel. many moons ago, actually, we had we had a really cool guy called Barry. Shout out Barry Fleming. I think he is the affiliate owner at Beyond Walls in Maidenhead, where I used to live, where the first gym I went to. Barry is one of the superstars back then, and he still is. Obviously, he did crazy things. He did 3 weekends on the bounce. Did marathons. So he did a marathon ski, a marathon row, and then he did the London Marathon. This guy's got the lungs of a blue whale and the mind of a humpback whale. I don't know, clever whale. But anyway, he runs a gym down there. Now he did a course. He worked at Nuffield Health. I don't know if you're anyone out there. Oh my goodness me, we've got someone in the wings waiting to come on. Hang on, where is he? Blimey, right?
What's going on? I'm fucking
How are
dying.
you? Mr. Yon joining us
Not too good.
live. No, how far have you done? What have you done? Tell us.
I'm like 30 kilometers in.
Ooh, and you've been going for what's the time now? Midday. So you've been going for, was it 3 hours now?
What's the time? Yeah, 3. So I went out a bit too hot.
Lovely. But you bagged
Well,
yourself some
how you
time to
doing?
have a bit of rest, haven't you?
Yeah, so when I seen you were live, I was like, oh, I can walk for a few minutes and come on and chat.
Yeah. So remind us what you're doing today, Yon. Tell us what you're doing.
It's a max distance trail running race. You get 8 hours to do as many loops as possible of a 7 kilometer trail loop. And it's got 570 feet of elevation each loop.
Blimey. And where are you feeling it right now? So right now, where are you feeling it?
Just my ankles there.
Okay.
Just my ankles.
And is that down to like is that down to shoes? Is it down to fatigue? Is it down to your training? Is it an injury? What's going on?
Nah, I've got arthritis in my ankles there, so it's like something that I just deal with. But it's fucking it's worse because of these descents on the hills.
Right.
So after the first 2 laps, I stopped and I taped up my ankles over my socks.
Right.
Just gonna give me a little bit more support on the Achilles, and when you do like dorsiflexion when you're going up the hill, that's it's like in the front of the ankles, like killing. Apart from that, I feel good.
Yeah.
Heart rate's chilling, like 128. Bryony's already lapped me.
Lad.
She just kind of breezed past, fucking chatting. So I tried to run about a kilometre with her, but she's going she's running like a 4-minute kilometre pace. There's like a watermelon says, "Hey guys."
Hey.
Yeah. But once the first kind of lap, everyone's kind of like together, and then now it's all separated there. So you're just by yourself.
Yeah.
What's that say?
CrossFat is saying weak ankles from being on his knees.
It's definitely not James Hobart.
No, definitely not.
James Hobart.
Well, so you started at 9, so potentially you'll be going until 4 o'clock. Is that right? 5 o'clock.
No. It goes till 5 minutes before the 8-hour mark. And you can go potentially till 6 o'clock.
Right, I see. Yeah, so if you go out a minute before that 8 hours is over, they let you continue and get that last loop in. Right, okay, got it. Okay,
so I'm
awesome
to do that.
Yeah, nice
I
one.
want to get 1 an hour, so I've banked myself some time.
Good, well done. David Weed said, "Is that a bear behind you?"
I'll leave
it. Good. Right.
It was an old map. Maybe He is a bear.
They're not mutually exclusive.
Right, I'll leave you to
All
it.
right, have a good one. See you later. Well done.
You kick me out because I don't want to end the stream.
All right, okay, cool. We'll do. All right,
Bye-bye.
see you later. Bye. And he's gone. Good old Yoni boy, eh? Out and about, doing what he does. So that's an 8-hour trail max distance, and they do loops of like a 7K, I think he said. But if you get back and you go out on another loop a minute before the 8 hours, you get to do the last one. So that's what he's aiming to do, and he's pacing it so that he does that, so that he finishes. So he's doing 8 hours of trail, and I can't remember where that is. I don't think he wore his Nano 2s, no, which is probably why he's suffering now. If he'd have worn his 2s, it'd have been all right. But yeah, so I got to watch Erin Bonnet, so the co-owner with her husband down on the island. You can look up her games profile if you want. She's an absolute machine. She's been 99th percentile since 2013. She's coming up to 38 years old. And she completed the workout today in 13:52, I think it was. So she did RX, obviously. She did the ring muscle ups in double and twos, and then a couple of singles towards the end. But I got to watch her doing that, which was spectacular. Yeah, it's cool. It's nice to watch, isn't it? Though, people doing things properly, competency across the board. So yeah, shout out to Erin. Speaking of which, I want to bring up an Instagram. An Instagram? Does it count as an Instagram? I think so. That I saw and then sent to myself so that I can show you. Let me mute it. Hang on. It is muted. Good. Pause. Right. Let me bring it up for you to witness. Share screen. I just like this message, and it feeds into what we talk about with what we do with the CrossFit. The CrossFit, y'all. Let's go that one. Does that work? See if it comes up. First and foremost. Don't know why it takes time to bring up, I hope you're doing well anyway, all of you. So we've got CrossFit. We've got all the big names in. We have got all the big names in. We've got Nigel, we've got Henrik, we've got David Weed, we've got CrossFat, all the superstars of the chats and the ecosphere. I'm not sure this is going to load up. So, oh, here we go. Right. Now, listen in. If you can hear it, that'd be great. How do I start again? Because I'd want to be able to hear.
You can always tell who used to be an athlete. The mentality is just different. You move quicker, you solve problems faster, you take feedback without falling apart, and you naturally step into pressure. And when you hang around people who never were athletes, you start to notice it more. And it's not an ego thing. It's just that sports trains you to push through things that people want to avoid. And that edge stays with you, even when you're retired. You can always tell who used to be an athlete.
So, like, oh, hello. Let's get rid of that. So, like, Forging Elite Fitness, we talk about that, don't we? It's our strapline. It's what we do, Forging Elite Fitness. We make athletes. We make normal people into athletes with our methodology. Methodology plus coaching plus community equals athlete. And that athlete mindset is what we call elite fitness. And that elite fitness trains us to be competent, trains us to be healthier and live longer. But what it also does is gives us this advantage, this competitive advantage in real life. Because when we talk about fitness, we're fit for purpose. Fitness is, by definition, fit for purpose. So what is your purpose? We are training people to be better humans. And to be a better human, you got to be competent. You got to be aggressive when you need to. You need to be decisive. You need to know what you're after. You need to approach issues and tackle them with this mindset of elite mindset, with problem solving, with what can I do, with how do we get around this? How do we get over this hurdle? We see hurdles as opportunity. We look at the growth mindset. All of those issues we tackle, and we teach people how to be better humans at life. And gradually over time, these affiliates are filled with those people, and it's contagious. And then we go to events, and then we see other people that have got that same mentality from other gyms that do the same thing. And then we just build this just competent level of people in society. It's great, isn't it? And then we get to celebrate every year with a 3-week open where you get nervous, and then you realize your development goal areas. And then you realize that you're probably about 6 kilos overweight, a stone in old money, when you jump up to the rings. Although that's what I was going to talk about, my open thing. I took it steady. Do you know what? I took it really steady. I did the first lot in like 11 and a half minutes. I think my split time's 11:33, getting the snatches done on the 3rd round. So I therefore had 3.5 minutes, give or take, to do an EMOM of attempts. So I did 3 attempts at the rings, and I got 3 reps. And for me, I was well happy that I got 3. And not only because we talked about this the other day on Wednesday, and I think, well, Stephen showed me this image. I can't remember where it's from. It's beyond the whiteboard. And apparently, top 25% in this workout for RX men is 8 ring muscle ups. Now, I'm not entirely convinced that I believe that. Let me have a look. Here we go. Right. I'll share it. I'll share it with you, shall I? Oh, I should probably get better at this whole thing. Right. Yeah. So top 25%, so 75th percentile, is 8 reps of muscle ups. But the thing is that you do have to remember, right? So this is only people that are doing RX. Like this person here's put Looney Love Good 888, a trustworthy name. Guys, these percentiles are for those who did it prescribed, meaning it's only including people who did it RX. The percentile goes up significantly when you include everyone else tiered below the RX scores. Calm down and be proud. Coach Carl Bay, everyone is getting so offended by statistics and projections. I'll be honest, I was quite offended when when I saw this at first. I was proud of my 3, and then I looked up and I thought, bloody hell, like 3 reps is like 62nd percentile or something, which is mad, which, by the way, is incredible. That just shows how far we have come in 10 years. 10 years ago, 8 reps of those muscle ups would not have been 75th percentile on here. It'd have been like 90th, 95th. They used to be, the depth of field is monstrous now. It used to be 99th percentile, big jump to 90th, and then everyone else. But now there's every percentile between 99th and 90th is a whole category of human. It's such a different playing field than it used to be. And that's amazing, but to demonstrate what we've got. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Nice statistics there, which is lovely. What was the other? Oh yes. Let me let me show you my stats, shall I, for the leaderboard? Hopefully it logs me in. Should we have a quick look at the leaderboard, shall we? I'll share you. Now remove that. And then share. Let's have a look at the leaderboard, shall we? Boop, boop. There we go. Lovely. No, not that one. That one. Right. So this dude, Sven Giens from Belgium, he got 11:45 on that. How old's this dude? 34. Holy shit. This guy's 34. He's 6'1", 93 kilos. He did 11:45 on the first workout, and he's done that workout in 7:06. That's mad. Should we watch? No. Should we watch? Shall I take you through the judging? 6:32. Holy shit! At 6:32, I was like, what was I doing at that point? I was like on the lunges on the second go round. So if I go to no, that'll do us. Should we have a look at the judging process? Let's pick a rando, shall we? Let's go to who should we pick? Well, I can't even pronounce that guy's name. Let's go down a bit. I'll tell you what, let's just go to the second place, shall we? Right, so let's go to his point 2 video, which is loaded up on here. I just want to make sure it's still loading up. Right, here we go. Let's play ball. So let's have a look at his WOD-proof video. He's showing his kit, which is lovely. Lovely. I'm going to mute it just in case. So he's going through showing all his kit, which is lovely. Well done, sir. Well done. My goodness me. Did you see that chest? Whoa. God, we breed some studs in our sport, don't we? Blimey. Right, here we go. Right, doobie-doobie-doo. Here we go. He's about to go. See, what I'm interested in is like the transitions and like the way that they like, because now I'm not going to say that this is why I'm slow. I'm slow because I'm overweight. I'm not athletic. I haven't trained for the Open. I'm lazy, and I've eaten too many brownies since Christmas. However, I need to work on my transitions because I go so slow and I pronounce every rep. Every lunge is like a dudum and then a dudum. I haven't got that flow that they seem to have. So I'm just looking at, let's have a looky hooky. Oh, I mean, they take a while getting prepped, don't they? Here we go. Right. Bloody hell. So I've just picked up my dumbbell at this point. See, you know that lunge they finish at the end? So when they cross the line, see, what I do, I stop and I make sure that I'm upright and I'm locked out, and then I was going around rather than like twisting after my feet were over the line. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I'm overdoing it. This is the kind of thing that if I was ever to want to be competitive, I would need to get better at. And he's straight in. Blimey. Right, now I'm interested in, where's this muscle-ups? He's finished already? Jesus. He's finished already. But it's easy to see how they finish so quick, isn't it? Oh, blimey. Oh, I think Hiller might need to look at those. I won't comment. I won't pass judgment. Jan Arnd Finkenberg, I salute you, sir. You're a stud muffin. And thank you for representing our sport and our gyms. Good. Right, I'll remove that now. So yeah, there we go. Judging process. I won't do anything with that. I'll leave it for now. What else we got to talk about? Commonwealths. So I don't know if you guys are aware of what the Commonwealth Games is. Commonwealth Games is a every 4 year event. It's in between the Olympics. So it's basically, it's this year, so 2026. The Olympics is in 2 years' time. So every 2 years, we've got an Olympics and then a Commonwealth Games. It's a good opportunity for countries from the former Commonwealth and current Commonwealth, for under the British flag, to get together and compete in a kind of smaller version of the Olympics, but it's countries. So Britain isn't represented. It's England, Scotland, Ireland, Wales, and the Isle of Man gets to represent itself, which is lovely. And because of that, we've been pushing and pushing and pushing and trying, and we've managed to get one, potentially two athletes qualified for the Commonwealths. So I'll be going and coaching in Glasgow at the Commonwealth Games in July, which I'm really, really chuffed about, in weightlifting. So I'll be there, which is cool. Got young Alfie and potentially Robin going, which is going to be amazing, which I'm really happy about. A couple of other events, obviously Coaches Congress. How could I pass this opportunity? That's exciting. Thank you, Sean, and welcome to the show. I didn't know you were there. Hello. Coaches Congress, Madrid. There are some massive names going. I don't want to ruin the surprise for you, so go and check them out. However, I will be bringing up the post. Well, with Mr. Matt Fraser there. But yeah, it's going to be an amazing time. Now, what I really, really, really liked was, let me find the post. Here we go. I love this. Let's have a looky. Share screen. Screen. Good. Oh, I wondered why you didn't respond to my first comment. I guess okay. Real former members don't attend. Real former members. Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, India do. But yeah, the US don't attend. They have their own Pan Am games, don't you? I guess. So the risks of attending alone. I love this. It's like a spin. There's nothing wrong with attending by yourself. You will learn and you will take notes. But what about when you return to your gym? There's Andy there, looking magnificent as always. You try to explain what you learned. You try to translate conversations. You try to summarize ideas. Now, I'm very guilty of that as well on here. I'm so glad that Steve and Jon were there with me in Twickenham. Look at that twink. There's actually a twinkle in the eye. Lovely. Beautiful. Strong teams build shared learning. And the reason for this post is because gyms get access to exclusive Madrid offer. Buy one ticket and get to the second completely free. Yes, you heard that right. If you buy one ticket for Coaches Congress Madrid, you get one free. Now, if you are a gym with access to Coaches Congress, you need to be going. All right, I can't express that enough. We just play Freebird. Yeah. It's a great tune, isn't it? I went through a phase that I think I got an album, probably 2002 maybe, and it was like the greatest guitar songs of all time. And it was like Layla by Eric Clapton, Voodoo Child, Hendrix, and Freebird, Lynyrd Skynyrd was on there. And that song reminds me of being in my garage, doing bench press, because it was Led Zeppelin and that album that I used to listen to a lot. So yeah, nice. I like a bit of guitar. My mate Dave, I won't say his full name, incredible guitarist. La 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 la. Yeah, you got me on my knees. Beautiful song. Clapton, English. Yeah. He had a sad life, didn't he? Well, different, unique. That song breaks your heart, doesn't it? Sean, you're an emotional man. Voodoo Child, Stevie Ray Vaughan. So here's the thing. I don't know if you guys are aware of a place called the Royal Albert Hall. It was built in memory of Albert, so Queen Victoria's husband. And it is one of the premier Uh, yeah, fuck me, man. I can't listen to it. Like when you know the background story behind it, you're like, "Ugh." You know those songs that just make you like, just they punch you in the stomach, don't they? It's like "Dance with My Father" by Luther Vandross. Yeah, Cream recorded there in like 2007. They're old as fuck. Yeah. So Abbott Hall, I think it's like bloody hell. Well, that'd have been 18, like probably like 1870 potentially. It built. I could Google it. Shall I just Google it? When was the Royal Albert Hall built? Here we go. Right. Um. 1871. Bloody hell. What time did I what what year did I say? What year did I say? I'm not going to pull that up, Sean. So Royal Albert, yeah, 1871. Now, architecturally, it's insane. Like, and for the time, it was way ahead of its time. You know, you say what you want about the Brits, right? Science, art, literature, exploration, innovation, language, music. Like we've done it all. We are an incredible, incredible country. Anyway, sorry, I often forget how amazing we are. Royal Prince Albert. Yeah. So the Prince Albert, that's where that comes from. I'm not saying Queen Victoria's husband had a genital piercing. I'm pretty sure the Prince Albert was named after him for some reason. Should we Google that as well? Why is a penis piercing called a Prince Albert? Named after Queen Victoria's husband, Prince Albert, based on the popular, though likely apocryphal, Victoria legend, suggests that he had a ring through his penis to secure his trousers to avoid a noticeable bulge when wearing tight, fashionable attire. Yeah, I probably not true, eh? Be funny if it was. But yeah, so Prince Albert, the Royal Albert Hall. So anyway, so I've been to the Royal Albert Hall many times. One of the times that I went to see Joe Satriani, Steve Vai, and some random Japanese guitarist that did like really weird whale music. I don't know what was going on. He was like the support act. And then yeah, Vai and Satriani came out and like mental. The fact that there's no singing involved, it was just guitars for like 3 hours. What an incredible place. The acoustics are insane. I've got a story about that. It does, doesn't it, CrossFit? It seems like a bit of an insane situation. Yeah. I've got a bulge in my trousers. To get around that, I will put a bolt through my penis and bolt that bolt to the inside of my trousers as to not show a butt. Surely just tape it to your leg, like rather than pierce it. It can't be true, can it? Although they were German, so don't know. Maybe. Yeah, Jeff Beck wasn't there. I'm trying to. I'm pretty sure it was. There was like they were on tour. It wasn't just like a Joe Satriani. It was like called the Three Satriani, Steve Vai tour. God, that would have been 2000. Albert Hall. Let's have a look. No, it wasn't 2026. G3. Oh, look at this. That was 2004. June 29th, 2004. Wow, that's gone fast. That was 22 years ago. Blimey. Wow. But Robert Fripp, that wasn't the Japanese guy that I saw. Robert Fripp. Robert Fripp. Anyway, I know you can't see what I'm looking at. Mine is too short to tape to my leg, yeah. Well, my wife's watching Desperate Housewives at the moment. I've never seen it. When I get home or when I'm put the kids to bed, I read a story every night to them, or 3 chapters of a story every night. And I come downstairs and it's on, and I'm like, weird. Like, I walk in on a scene and I'll be like, what's going on here? And yeah, some of them are really strange. I've never watched Desperate Housewives. It wasn't on top of my list of things to watch, funny enough. Terry Hatcher, now she was Lois Lane, wasn't she, in Superman? Dean Cain. Wonder what he's up to now. Good. So my day, the rest of the day, my daughter's at her theatre school at the moment. She's loving theatre at the moment. She does cheer, does theatre, does acro, does swimming, does jiu-jitsu. There's been so much information going around at the moment about kids and about specialization, and about getting them into sport too early, in terms of elite sport and specialization too early. There's so much going on. My son will finally sit and let me read to him and not try to take the book. Be a little, yeah. Did ever just be a kid? Yeah, that, like, the thing is, so the thing is there, right, is that, and I know you're joking, sort of, but we have never forced them to do anything, like, physically. We've never told them they have to do something. And I'm so lucky on the island. There's access within 15 minutes. I'm not kidding. 15 minutes from my house, I can get them to jiu-jitsu, to gymnastics, to swimming, to CrossFit, to acro, to dance, to theatre school, to anything that you can think of physically, athletics or track and field, like anything that you can think of for kids sport or rec, I can get to within 15 minutes. This island is incredible for access to sport. And I'm telling you now, Amy Kringle will not be the last CrossFitter to come out of the Isle of Man. All of that information and data suggests that kids need to be generalists until they get to their mid-teens and then focus down. That's exactly what Kringle did. Look at her background. She did everything. She tried everything. Found CrossFit at IOM through Sean. He invited her through. She found something she liked and doing. Constantly varied approach. She'd prepared herself by doing a bit of everything, and what an athlete she's become, eh? It will not be the first. She will not be the first athlete to come out of the island. I'm telling you now. Especially with Dan and Erin at the helm. I can't remember. Yeah, so the kids, they're I've never pushed them into a sport and said, you are doing this, you have to do this. They've wanted to try things. They've heard from other kids. They've seen it on telly. And this is where the exposure comes into it. We've shown them. We've demonstrated. They've been living in gyms. They've literally grown up in the gym. Monkey see, monkey do. They love being in there. They love being active. They love trying different things. They love different types of movement. They see something and are like, oh, I want to try that. Rather than us telling them this is what you're going to be doing today, or let's go here, it will be, can we go there? And because we've structured our life so that we can be that available to them, it works, which is great. And I love that. I love that for them. So, but also it's, she doesn't, she's jacked. And the thing is, I'm friends with her on Facebook actually. And if you look at her, like her physique growing up through athletics and going through, she's got exactly the same physique. She's just obviously done much more resistance and gymnastics training. And you can see where that build's come from. It's tracked over time. It's just gone up. So yeah, fair play to her. She put in the effort and built. And nutrition's obviously got better, I think, over the last few years. But years. So anyway, to you, I am, yeah. Gymnasts and runners don't. Define runner. Marathon runners do not have the best bodies. Yeah, there we go. There we go. He's back in the room. So CrossFit aside, so get rid of CrossFit. I think 400 hurdle is probably the closest, in my opinion, to the type of physique that CrossFitters gain, I reckon. Other than decathlon, obviously. All right. That Xenon thing's interesting, isn't it? That should be interesting. Although I do have to say, I looked into it because I thought, fuck it, why not look at it and see if I want to give it a go. It's a ballot, so you enter the ballot, but it's £500 if you get on the ballot and get to go. It's £500 to go, which is bonkers. I can't think of any other event where it's that amount. So that's immediately a turn off for me in terms of access. And I know it's not for everyone. I know not everyone can be able to do it. But in my opinion, money shouldn't be the limiting factor for sport access. I've never liked that. I've never thought of it as a decent way of getting the best people. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty. Oh, you mean sport? Yeah, I'm thinking like in terms of like Olympic sport. Or, well, say that easy access global sports like track and field events. So everything about track and field events, the closest one physically. But yeah, I don't like I don't think anyone likes it except the people with the money. I don't feel like you're going to get the best people if your sport has got a ceiling for access via money. In terms of sport, I think of sport. That's sadly the norm if you look at it. Yeah. I get why. They do have to yeah, I know. And also obviously it goes hand in hand with the countries. You look at the countries that dominate and winter sports, it goes hand in hand that they're going to be the colder countries usually, or the countries with colder climate to train in and to adapt and to actually do the sport. Like in Central Europe, if you live in southeastern France, Switzerland, northern Italy, Austria, if you live in that sort of central region in there, you grow up with skiing as a recreational pastime. It's not an expensive thing to do. It's just what you do. So you can see why they'd have an advantage in terms of just sheer volume of people doing the sport from a young age that then go through up to doing it as a sport. Like Britain, I don't know how we've had anyone. Like you can go to Scotland and do a bit of skiing, but it's not exactly a ski resort. But like, it's amazing that we actually have any. Now, what you're seeing recently is transfer. Now, what I saw the other day was an advert go out from British bobsled, and it was asking people to try out for British bobsled for the next Winter Olympics. So they're recruiting people. Now, it makes sense that you can get talent transfer into the Winter Olympics for events like bobsled from sprinters, which is apparently where you're going to get a lot of, and weightlifting, obviously. But it doesn't strike me as, this is why for me, the Summer Olympics will always have the edge over the Winter Olympics, is because you can pretty much train for the Summer Olympics in any country on earth. Winter Olympics, you can't. There's a barrier of entry there, which is the climate. So yeah, and the average athlete looks very, very different in the summer to the Winter Olympics. Yeah, Tia. I think Tia tried out for the Australian bobsled team. I think she represented Australia in weightlifting, didn't she? You could be like Elaine Gu or whatever. China pays her 50 million. Yeah. Yeah. This is the thing with sports. It's that I don't enjoy the sports where you can basically play for whatever country you want. Like rugby have a policy of whatever country you're living in, that's the one that you can play for. I don't like that. I think you represent the country that you are attached to, like your passport. For me, like, and I know it's a generalization, but like, look at France. So France have this policy of if you are born in an African nation that is run and operated by France, you are therefore French. So their football team or soccer team historically was made up by like loads of Algerians and like Northern Africans that are in the team because they could do it because of their passports, whereas other countries don't have that policy. So it's sort of a loophole, isn't it? And I don't really like that. She qualified, but they picked a different pair for Bob. But yeah, it's interesting. And do you know what a really interesting topic is artificial limbs. I've had this conversation so many times with so many different people, and I find it really compelling. So if you look at the artificial limbs, now Oscar Pistorius, when he was running for South Africa and he was dominating, he had the blades. So they're those like Blade Runner things. Not Blade Runner. That's what they called him Blade Runner, didn't they? They were incredible, and they were effectively just sort of like carbon fiber, like sticks that were molded to get spring and to project forward. So if you look at that was what, 20 odd years ago, and the change in technology over time. Now, if you continue down that route, right, hopefully we get to a point where we have artificial limbs that are like in Terminator, Oscar Pistorius, the Blade Runner. Hopefully we get to a point where we have the ability to replicate limbs that are like the Terminator. You cannot tell the difference. So it's like we can give people the opportunity to have limbs again that are operationally and visually the equivalent of a biological arm or a leg. That would be really cool. And I think if you follow down that route time-wise with technology, we will get there eventually, right? Now, when we get there, carry on. Where does that take us then? So the artificial limbs will surpass the performance of biological legs and biological limbs. And at that point, do the Paralympics and adaptive athletes, does their performance outperform the biological side by side? Does it outperform the able-bodied, like let's say 100-meter sprinters? So you've got the 100-meter sprint. You've got the equivalent of Usain Bolt, 9.6, whatever it was. Then you've got the Paralympian 100-meter sprinter with artificial legs that does it in 8.5 seconds. Who are you going to want to watch? Like we want to watch the quickest people. We want to watch the strongest people. We want to watch everyone. But at that point, that will be the paras and the adaptives, and they will be outperforming biological, like able-bodied people. So will therefore the money and the sponsorships and everything like that, will that go towards that end? And then brings up the dilemma of, are you going to get people that are going to opt for removal of limbs to then have an artificial limb that is going to outperform their old limbs. That's like crazy to think that that might happen. That probably will get to a point where we're like that. But we need to get there for the technology to be there for people, which is cool. Yeah, that'll be when we need to redefine hybrid. I passed a guy on double fake legs running a marathon. Seems like a cheat code. Well, yeah, when it's not, yeah, when you think about what they have to go through day to day with it, it's not really a cheat. But I know what you mean. In the moment, potentially a different type of fatigue, a different type of race, maybe. Adaption, which is why we call it adaptive. I wonder if Casper Crisp 9 or whatever lets us regrow. CRISPR. Is it CRISPR? Yeah, something like that. Don't bring logic into my jokes. Just like Jax. I never was Jax. There was something about, not that. There was something about his character that didn't suit me as a person. You know, did you have your favorite in each of those games? So you think Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. Like, did you have someone that you went to straight away? So mine was Blanca in Street Fighter. And I'll tell you why. Because when I was like 5 or 6, we used to go swimming in the evening, and there's the arcade machine, and my mum used to give me whatever it was, 20p, like equivalent of 20 cents, to go on the arcade machine and have a go on Street Fighter. And over the time, I realized that all I had to do was Blanca is just go down and then tap the button, and he'd go zzz, 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 and he'd electrocute, and it was my only move, right? Blanca. And then Mortal Kombat, I was always Scorpion, because I could go, get over here, and then uppercut. But yeah, I was always the same characters. Obsessive, I guess you could say. Sean, I would have you down as Dalseem. Sounds like racism. Well, I went for the green guy. So is that racist? Don't know. Yeah, but never mind. So what have I got planned? I've got to go to the shop because I want to get, and I'll tell you something, I want to get, so I'll let you into a little secret, right? I've got some little ring light up there that's not really that powerful. And I've got a yellow old bulb up there, and I want to get a new like lighting situation because at the moment it's fine. It's sort of all right. I've got my curtains open. It's nice. But like the evening ones that we do, there's always like a yellow tinge to the room because I've got these stupid old bulbs in. So I won't be doing that. So I need to go to the shop and do that. I need to get a new halogen. What's the word? What are they called? LED. That's it. LED. Do you know what? I'm 41 on Wednesday. Can you believe that? I know I look so young. I need to cut my hair. When my hair here gets long, like I look older. I've realized this when I get this trim. I do my own haircuts. I look a bit younger. So morning, Standy. Hello, how are you? Nice to see you. To see you, nice. There was something I just didn't like about him. It might have been his metal arms. I don't know. No, there was something unplayable about him. Like I couldn't work with the moves that he had, you know? What's the name of the shop? It's called B&Q, Sean. It's our equivalent of like what do you call it? The DIY shop. You know, like a big what's the one that I see here Americans saying they're going to go to? It's like a DIY mega store where you go and get your like planks of wood and your tools and all that kind of stuff. What is it called? Fleet Farm? No. There's like a chain. Oh, Sebi said he goes to about it. Home Depot. That's the one. I'm assuming that's what Home Depot is, but that's what I imagine. It's got like your 2x4s and your garden stuff and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, B&Q. So the letter B and Q is where I'm going. So yeah, I'll be going there. It's the Clooney yeah. Clooney sides. I don't know what that means. I'm just agreeing. Did Do the curtains match the drapes? No, funny enough, actually. I don't have grey hair anywhere else other than my head. But yeah, interesting fact. My wife has 0 grey hairs. Can you believe that? My wife is getting old. I have a 30, she'll be 38 in August. I have a 38-year-old wife this year. I need to update my mug, don't I? Hammer Barn. Don't know that one. But yeah, so there we go. So I've got to B&Q, get a few bits from there. I don't like noise anymore. You know, like I never liked it as a kid either, but I went through a phase of just being okay with noise. Now I just want silence at all times. CrossFit, have you done point 2 yet? Sean, what happened? Did you do it last night? How did it go? Did you finish? I'm waiting to see how many times Grant does this workout this weekend before he smashes his shoulders. I did not finish, and now my back's fucked. Back. Interesting. What was your back? I'm assuming you're like over 35 from your references and the time you've been involved in CrossFit. I think my wrist is very. Oh right, okay, good. I'm glad we've got like an average age of 87 in the chat. My shoulders are fatigued, but they're okay. I'll go into that in a minute. Why is your back broke? Is it because of the kip, or is it from the overhead position, or was it from last week? Do you think with the wall balls? Because I found my back blew up on that wall ball workout about halfway through, and I fucking struggled to do wall balls because my lower back was just, you know, when it goes tight and those tennis balls in the bottom of your erectae. Oh shit! How on the ring? Did you land funny on a ring? Something lingering going on since into it since February. Is that a month? Okay. Yeah, I found my back was a bit tight, but yesterday, well, was it yesterday I did it? Yeah, yesterday afternoon, sorry, I did. So my split time was really fucking slow. And the reason for that, I don't know if I could have pushed any quicker anyway, but the reason I did singles on the chest bar, I did keeping pull-ups, I did 10 and then 10. I rested after each 20 feet lunge. I alternated arms each 20 feet. My snatch, I think I did 12 and then 8. I purposefully kept my heart rate lower and I wanted equal fatigue on both sides so that when I got to the rings, I was as fresh as I could possibly be. And I took the risk because it could have been very risky because I didn't even bother trying. I didn't even hang on the rings before the workout started. Just sort of Hail Mary'd it. But I had 11:33 as my split time. And then I had 3.5 minutes basically to have a go on the rings because my heart rate was so low, because my fatigue was equal through my left and my right shoulder. I had about 30 seconds rest after I finished the snatch. But again, my heart rate probably never went above 140 the whole workout. I don't think. I kept it real low. And then on the rings, it was just and just getting up into that. Once I'm in the dip position, I'm there. I can do, I've been doing sets of 10 with 50 kilo plates strapped to me recently just to develop it. So I'm fine with the dip. It's getting up to the rings. And I did that. I got 3 reps out, but I gave it 3 big attempts and I got all 3. That could have been real fucking risky. If I couldn't have done them, I'd have had a really slow split time, and I'm not redoing workouts. So I'd have had to have had a shitty 11.5 minute split time, but it paid off, which was great, which was cool. One side felt so much better. Yeah. So talk to me about that, CrossFit, because I've got a funny right shoulder just from years of being a dickhead. And funny enough, my my right shoulder was really, really stable. And I knew what to do with my left hand, my arm. Soon as I put it down, turn around, left arm went up. I'm up here and I don't know what to do with my right hand. Like I'm wobbling around. It's a lot more unstable. It's really, really weird. And I don't know why, because in theory, it should have been the other way around because of my dicky shoulder, but don't know. I got to the rings at 10:09, felt really good. Everything was going so good. Right. Oh, hang on. Jumped up to one, grabbed one, and something popped. Couldn't grip the ring. Oh, fuck. Did you do any before that, though? Was that your first jump up, or did you get some? Because you need to beat me on this workout. I'm not having it that you don't beat me. Damn. What the fuck with plates? Not on the rings. That was on the bar. No, you said on the rings. My funny side lunge better than the mobile suit. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Grips on the bar. If the grip's holding you versus hold, yeah. See, told you, Sean. Grips. I don't bother. I never wear grips. No, failed two, not getting through the window and being lazy. But okay. So if your wrist is fucked, you're probably not going to be doing it again, though. I was pulling so high. I'll send you a video. It's embarrassing. Good. And here's the thing. So I made up for being fat, lazy, old, and boring purely by leaning into experience. That was it. That's the only thing that got me. I think I'm currently at like, where am I? Just have a look at my percentile, because obviously I'm in 40 to 44. I'm in the, look, I'm the 93rd percentile after 2 workouts. Now, I know that there's going to be loads of scores that haven't gone in yet, right? But I'm 93rd percentile, and I don't deserve that. I don't deserve to be that high. I got 3 muscle ups and my split time was 11:33. I do not deserve to be there. There should be a lot more people up there. Now, the only reason I'm there is because I'm leaning into years of doing muscle ups and knowing my own pace. Like, that's not athleticism, is it? That's not fitness. That's just learning how to play the game. And I know that will fall down on week 3 because it'll be like, has anyone thought about what 3 will be yet? Because we're not going to have thrusters. We're not going to have gymnastics on the rig again. It will likely be, well, what have we got left? We've got rowing, we've got burpees, we've got double unders, we've got a barbell. So it will be a barbell. We've had dumbbell snatch, probably not going to be a barbell snatch. We haven't had a max lift. We haven't had heavy yet. Heavy pull, maybe deadlift, maybe toes to bar, maybe, but we've had 3 lots of hanging from the rig. So likelihood is row. These are the movements: row, double unders, potentially wall walks, handstand push-ups is another one. Oh yeah, I think we're gonna have a year away from wall walks. I think we'll have handstand push-ups. I think we'll have handstand push-ups, deadlifts, and double unders maybe. But then that's way too close, isn't it, to that? Oh no, we had snatch, didn't we? Going to be a long AMRAP. Yeah, I hope so. I really like a long AMRAP. 20 minutes. Last night I kept telling myself it was nothing and I'd be fine. Today my right wrist and hand is so swollen it's kind of freaking me out. Lucky I do have a race I need to be training for. Yeah. Okay. CrossFit's my love language. Sean, can you send me the video on Instagram to the Continuum channel so that I can pull it up? It's going to be a long one. Having a 12 and 12-minute workout makes the time cap very hard to get. Yeah, I think it'll be a 20. I'm thinking preliminarily, I'm guessing handstand push-ups, deadlift, double unders, or row. Thing is, we've had, yeah, 3-girl combo. Oh yeah, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? Thanks. Potentially a girl. Yeah, I mean, wouldn't it be cool if they did a girl though? Wouldn't it be cool if they said, right, we're having Mary? Burpees. Yeah, I mean, thing is, like, you know, like the Simpsons, right? You know, they getting pulled up and they're going, oh, the Simpsons predicted it. It's just a matter of numbers. They have put out thousands and thousands of episodes. How many times have they got stuff wrong that didn't come true, right? It's just statistically, they're going to get a few things right. If you spend the whole week publicly, like now, making predictions, at least one of them is going to be relatively close. And then you just clip that one and then say how close you were to predicting it. So all you need to do is just make loads of different predictions and then just say, oh my God, wasn't it amazing? He predicted it. But yeah, I would expect burpees probably. If we're not having thrusters, I mean, I'm assuming we're not going to have thrusters because of the wall balls. What if we get a 27, 24, 21 thruster burpee pull-up row? No. Well, we've had a distance traveled one, haven't we? I was going to say about shuttles. That one we did a couple of years ago with the shuttles and the burpee pull-ups. We're not going to have that repeat. We haven't had a repeat. Do you have a repeat last year? What was last year's workouts? The third one definitely wasn't. Yeah, I think we're gonna have a year away from inchworm. We've had it every year for the last like 4 years now. I think handstand push-ups. Handstand push-ups, a heavy bar. I think a heavy barbell. I don't think it's gonna be like a 95-pound barbell. I think we're gonna be looking at the heavier barbell. So 220, is it? I think we'll be going for a 220 barbell, like for a deadlift with handstand push-ups. And a row, maybe. No, that's pulling. I mean, you've got, yeah, I don't know. You could say anything. Oh, fuck me. What was that workout years ago? CrossFit, I'll remember. Yeah. It was escalating deadlift weight. It was a 21:15:9 deadlift and handstand push-up. And then on the next round, it was handstand walks, wasn't it? What was that? What year was that? That would have been 2019. Workouts, I think. Let's have a looky. And if I share the screen, you can enjoy it with me. 2015. Was that? No. That was cleans, I think. 18.4. Right. Okay. Let me. Come with me on a journey through time and space. 2018. Hey, it's the games. I don't want games. I want the open, please. 2018. 4. CrossFit. Amazing. Yeah, so let's go for men. Stacey Turbar there. 21, 21, 15, 15. No, so 21, 15, 9. And then 9 handstand push-ups, 21 deadlift, 50, 50. That is too short. We're not going to have a 9-minute time cap, are we? So that's not working. That was a tight time gap, wasn't it? Fuck me. I don't know, smudge. But no, so there's that one. What year was that clean one? There was cleans and handstand push-ups. Oh, overhead squats. This one, I enjoyed this very, very much. Yeah, very much. Yeah, we could have a repeat of that. We could have a repeat of that, couldn't we? Oh no, it's 15 minutes. We're not going to have a repeat of that. No, I don't even want to think about that. This one, right? So this workout right here. How long's the time cap for this? 8 minutes. No, see, it won't be that. Yeah, too short, like you say. Yeah, I'm gonna go for handstand push-ups and heavy deadlifts. We've already had the box jump. That won't be that. I'm not sure double under. So easy to program double unders, isn't it? I don't think if we've got the heavy deads and handstand push-ups, that's push, pull. We've had quite a lot of pulling, haven't we? We've had a lot of pulling yesterday, or this workout. So yeah, again, it could be fucking anything. I'm gonna go for handstand push-ups, deadlifts, and double unders, and I'm gonna go for. Going to be like a good show. Yeah, I've really, really, really enjoyed the program in these 2 weeks. Really enjoyed it. Lots of pulling and good volume of hinging. Years. Gated workout would be cool. And again, you could have a gated workout of 4-minute increments going up to. What was that workout with the cleans? Where Dan Bailey, it was in a garage. Was it in Boz's garage where Dan Bailey's judge fucked him over? What year was that, CrossFat? That was with the cleans. Oh no, we've already had that repeated, haven't we? That was the double under one. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Cleans that. Yeah, we've already had that one repeated, haven't we? So we're not going to repeat that for a third time. Yeah. All right. Time to put the cards down on the table. Heavy deadlifts, handstand push-ups, double unders. I'm going for that 3. I think we're going to have a year of no burpees, potentially. Yeah. Miscounted. I'm going to go for those 3. And maybe a gated one. That was what we're going to say. The gated option gives us the potential for a 20-minute workout. 4-minute increments. So we used to have them where it was like 8 minutes to do a number of rounds. And then every 4 minutes after that was a gate. You could potentially go up to 20 minutes with that, couldn't you? But then it does limit the range. I reckon a 20-minute AMRAP involving heavy deadlifts, handstand push-ups, +1, maybe burpees. Yeah, I genuinely, I know it goes against everything, but gated workout of 3 mini girls. Yeah. Maybe a 21:15:9 with a gate of 8 minutes and you get 8, 8, 8. Or, fuck, they've been repeating Isabel a lot, haven't they? And Grace. That could be it. It could be like you've got 6-minute window with a gate on it to perform Isabel, and then another 6-minute window gate to perform Grace, and then another 6-minute window to perform, I don't know, fucking name another one. Are there any that short? I don't think there are. You should do that job. You should do this job. That would be pretty cool. Finish couple at 1, do couple at 2, finish 2. Yeah, and you've got gates for that. That'd be a really cool one, and a heavy barbell, or heavy-ish volume wise. So what was it? 100? Is it 135 pounds? I know it's 61 kilos for us. I think it's 135, whatever it is. 135-pound bar, and you go in. Isabel, start with the highest technical and slowest one. Isabel, then into Grace, and then into max distance row for the remaining time or something. Would be awful, wouldn't it? What's the deadlift and handstand push up 25? I don't want to look at the answers as they come through. Fuck, what is it? It's not Elizabeth, is it? Oh no, CrossFit's going to get this before me. It's not Elizabeth. Fuck, he's going to get it. Diane, fuck me. Fuck off. Should have known that. I've got Tourette's. Yeah, Diane, it could be, yeah. It could be that, couldn't it? It could be Diane into Grace, or into Isabel into Grace, and then you have to take your weight off your bar and then you go into it. That could work. It could work. That could be an amazing fucking workout, wouldn't it? Incredible, memorable. How memorable would that workout be for everyone involved? Not a single burpee. Yeah, laugh all you want, whatever. But yeah, that would be really yeah, and works. Yeah, that's such a cool idea. Such a cool idea. All you need is your set of plates up to 220. I'd say the deadlifts are 220, aren't they? I think. So you need 102 kilos, whatever it comes out to. So you'd have two 45-pound plates on each side, and for us, we'd have two 20 kilos with the 1.25s on each side. And you just take them off after you've done Diane. And you've got a gatekeeper of like 8 minutes. Is it? Oh, 225, yeah. You need a wall and a barbell. Visually, how good would that be? That would be incredible. Anyway, we're getting all excited about stuff that we're making up. Anyway, I look forward to seeing you all soon. I need to go. I've just realised I need to go and pick my daughter up from thing, and I've gone way over. Do you even do CrossFit? Yes, I do. Love you all. Thank you for joining me. We will be back tomorrow with Jonathan after his big race at 6 p.m. GMT. And we have Lisa Newman on Friday. We've added her to the list. Lisa Newman, Welsh rugby star who does CrossFit, featured in a CrossFit doc recently. So she'll be joining us Friday afternoon. So enjoy. Thanks for joining us, guys. Really appreciate it. And I'll speak to you all soon. Have a great